Alrighty, welcome back everyone. It is LaughNgamez here. I am back, and it is time for another 1 versus 1 Starcraft 2 replay cast. We have got ourselves two players that I'm excited to cast. Two Korean players once again, and I think it should be an exciting match as we've got Bunny, the Korean Terran. He's kind of a staple. If Bunny was a food, he would be your potatoes. Usually good. It's nothing that super stands out in a meal usually, unless you got some bomb potato salad. But that's another story. But Bunny, he's very consistent. He's not known to be a super exciting player as far as being innovative. He plays the best styles that everyone agrees upon. And yeah, he has some good success with it. He's also someone that's very impressive because he also has a job. Bunny is a part-time pro gamer, yet he still competes at a very, very high level. I don't know if there's anyone else who plays part-time like Bunny, has a regular job, and then still competes and takes on some of the best. And that's a big thumbs up for Bunny. And now Bunny's opponent is someone who's rising up in the scene, doing really, really well in some tournaments lately. It is DongRaeGu, playing for the Africa Freaks, or is it Africa Freaks or is it Africa S2? Playing for Team Africa. And DongRaeGu is coming up and up and up. It's always interesting when former StarCraft 2 players come back to play. DRG at one point was considered one of the best in the world. And then he came back for a bit. He had okay success. He was looking alright. Nothing super promising, basically. And then he, lost a season or two at GSL, kind of fell off the map again. But now he's back. And he's been back playing very well, I'd say, for about the past 6 months or so. And this time it seems different. He's winning online cups. He's playing really well. Qualifying for the GSL and all that stuff. So I'd say he's one of the better Zergs out there again. And that's why I'm excited to watch DongRaeGu take on Bunny, because Bunny, a very talented Terran player, but DongRaeGu's someone who's on the up and up. So how well will they match against each other? But ladies and gentlemen, if you do enjoy this commentary, make sure to hit that like button. If we can hit 100 likes on this video, let's do that. That would be absolutely amazing, showing that you're either a Bunny fan, a DongRaeGu fan, a Zerg fan, a Terran fan, or a Protoss who wants to see more Protoss games. And you can let me know that you want to see more Protoss games by pressing the like button. But all memes aside, we have got the map Golden Wall today. I didn't even say that yet, 3 minutes in. Look at that, great intro, killing time for the game to heat up a little bit. So Golden Wall's the map. We have got a very quick third command center play from Bunny. We have got Metabolic Boost on the way for DongRaeGu, just a little bit of gas being mined still. Nothing too much. And then the game is just going to continue on as DongRaeGu, he takes the expansion to the north, furthest away from the Terran. As far as the maps in StarCraft go, it's usually pretty clear what bases you have to take. Whereas on Golden Wall, players can have a bit more fun with it because, of course, there's the enticing gold base. There's the very secure, but behind a mineral patch, potential third, fourth base location. Depends whether you want to open up this side of the map if you want to take that. So there's a lot of thought that can go into taking, that can go into playing on a map like Golden Wall as far as how you expand. All the while Bunny is just getting up his third base. We'll see if he starts mining out these back minerals. If he does, that probably indicates he wants to take that base. And one of the nice things about taking that back base is if you're the one who mines it out and your opponent doesn't, that basically means that you've got a very, very secure base, and that you really just need to focus on defending your natural, and then you can also defend by putting pressure on your opponent. Overall, though, I would say this is considered to be quite a good map for Terran. I haven't personally heard a pro gamer's opinion on it, but from most of the matches that I've seen on Golden Wall, I think it is good for Terran, because going for counterattacks and stuff are fairly easy to head off. And then, yeah, we'll see. Now we have got Stimpack on the way for Bunny. We've got just the extra barracks getting up, all that good stuff. 1-1 upgrades on the way, so a very economical play from Bunny. Not harassing DongRaeGu at all, who is just also macroing up As far as Terran play goes, generally as a Terran you want to try and harass the Zerg, slow them down. Now, you can counteract that if you don't want to harass by going for your own very economical play, but once you do get your third CC up, once you do get your production up, that's when you have to start being aggressive. No real exceptions to that rule. So Bunny putting off harassing in the early game to get his own good economy going, and we're going to be seeing the golden base being taken by Bunny. He's going to be floating this orbital over, going to be having a very, very high mineral income because of this. DongRaeGu, will he spot this base? Will he know when it's taken? He doesn't actually have a ton of info about what his opponent's doing until this Zergling runs in at the perfect time and sees that Bunny's taken the third base. The SCVs for Bunny get turned around, gonna start mining here now. And Bunny's gonna have a very high mineral income. And this is actually something that's really good for Terran, because Terran is a race that primarily functions on high mineral counts. You can make Marauders, but they don't even take much gas. Then you just make Marines, Medivacs, Mines. That doesn't add up to a ton of gas, so Terran will do very, very well with having a gold base. One of the things that you do have to keep in mind as Terran when it comes to taking a gold base is that mules don't actually benefit. So they mine the same rate as they would on a normal mineral patch. So that's just something. So you'll rarely see Terrans mine at a gold base with mules. But then we take a look. Bunny, nice drop to the north. DongRaeGu had some units in position, but not enough to intercept this. His drop's now going to be moving towards the third of DRG. So overall, I'd say this opening has gone very well for Bunny. Getting a bit of damage done, trading out versus the Zerg, delaying the fourth base. DongRaeGu decides to take the fourth base here. I wouldn't be surprised if he even double expands at this point. For now, though, we do see, though, Mutalisks on the way for DongRaeGu. There is 1-1 on the way for him, so his upgrades are much, much later than Bunny's. Bunny's already got his 2-2 on the way. And DRG is committing a lot to these Mutalisk, which I'm completely fine with. Sometimes I'd say, oh, Zerg's putting themselves into a tough spot because they're committing so hard to mutas, their upgrades are late, their economy's not doing too well. But I know DongRaeGu, and I know he's one of the players who can always get damage done with his mutas. I don't think there's a better Zerg in the world right now at controlling their mutas. Maybe Cyril or someone, but DongRaeGu is really up there as far as the best Zergs in the world at controlling their mutas. He's already got 6 SCVs down with his mutas. At the same time, though, he's got to defend this attack to the north. Lings moving forward. Banelings get detonated. Queen trying to bait out the Widowmines, but Bunny is retargeting those. So the Widowmine shots are actually pretty darn good. The Banelings get taken care of. DongRaeGu has to get out some more Banelings. He needs to save his +1 attack. Bunny targeting down the Banelings, though, but too many come in. The Mutas now come in, so the Medivacs are going to be under trouble. Flying over Spore Crawlers, getting attacked by the Mutas. This attack of Bunny will get cleaned on up. Losing all the Medivacs is rather painful for him. Resetting the Terran is just what DongRaeGu did, so that's very nice for him. Bunny's going to be making more Widowmines. He's still got himself a very good economy. He's floating over a 4th base. But DRG cleaning up the Terran drop means that he doesn't have too much to deal with right now. He can focus his attention on Bunny. We see Mutas coming on in. There's no Widowmines at this position. They're going to be killing off some more SCVs. That's 3 dead SCVs. Drilling Claws is on the way for Bunny. He's making Thors, making lots of turrets, because you don't want to leave DongRaeGu with a bunch of Mutas. And DRG hasn't even lost a single Muta yet. He's making more. I expect to see a lot more value of these got by DongRaeGu. And DongRaeGu himself now has also got up his 4th base, so he's going to have a very strong income as well. Extra turret going up for Bunny. I really like 2 at the gold base. I think it's a necessity. DongRaeGu, though, is now going to have to deal with a bit of pressure from Bunny on the front lines. Cleaning up the creep is very good, even if not for this attack, but for a future attack down the line, as there is a lot of surface area to cover between bases on Golden Wall. Widowmine gets a shot off on the Mutas of DongRaeGu. Nicely done for Bunny. Mines trade very efficiently against Mutalisk. This is where things could get a little bit concerning for DongRaeGu, though. Bunny, he's making a very strong army. Gonna have 2-2 bio. And oh, he actually just killed off 7 drones with a Widowmine drop. So nice for Bunny. But yeah, Bunny's gonna have 2-2 bio, Drilling Claws. He's got a 4th base economy to help surge this forward. Once Bunny starts putting pressure on the Zerg, which he can do now, by the way, by just elevating some units behind the gold base. I really, really love this choice from Bunny. Look at this. He just brought so many units down to this gold base. DongRaeGu is actually just deciding to go for a counterattack. We'll see how this is going to play out. Bunny is just going to load on up. He's going to try and kill the Zerg's gold base. I actually enjoy this situation more for DongRaeGu, though, because it's easier for a Zerg to clean up a Terran's attack than I think it is a Terran to clean up a Zerg's attack in a base trade situation. As DongRaeGu just needs some Banelings to get good connections on the Terran army. He has lost a base. He's killed off 14 of Bunny's SCVs, though. Bunny's doing a good job with his Thor and his Medivac, though, to try and mitigate the damage done by the mutas. We do see the base has been cleaned on up for DongRaeGu by Bunny, and now Bunny is still on 4 bases. His gold base is mining once again. Both players seemingly will stabilize. Medivac's chilling at the bottom right for Bunny, maybe going to be going for a drop into the main base. That could get a lot of damage done. DongRaeGu is on 4 bases still, though. He expanded to the top right. He's got another hatchery on the way just now. So I wouldn't say his base count is super comfortable with losing that one. However, I'm not going to count DongRaeGu out at all. I would say Bunny does have the lead, though, as he does have up 4 bases versus a 4-base Zerg. He's got his +3 attack on the way. He's got a few Thors out, a couple of Widow Mines. So I think things are looking okay for Bunny. DongRaeGu gets some good Baneling connections on the Terran army. He might be looking to get aggressive, but at the same time, this drop is going to be getting off in DongRaeGu's main base. These Marines are committed as one of the Medivacs go down. However, the Hive's going to be under fire. The spawning pool is going to be under fire. Bunny's not quite sure what to grab. He's a kid in a candy store, essentially. However, this drop will be getting cleaned up as the Banelings roll forward. The Marines unloading out of the Medivac, but the mutas will see to that very easily. So DongRaeGu does react. He doesn't actually lose that much to that drop. It could have been very painful. He lost his spawning pool, so he's just going to have to make more mutas, make what lings he currently has into Banelings as a way to spend his money, and get a new spawning pool out ASAP. The mutas for DongRaeGu, the flock has grown to 18. There's another 5 on the way. This is where it really becomes problematic for the Terran. You essentially either have to be killing the Zerg or dealing with the mutas very strongly. Look at this. Bunny's throwing up a ton of turrets. Mutas don't care about turrets. Turrets are not the best way to deal with mutas in this count if you're a Terran. A turret versus 8 to 10 mutas is okay. A turret versus 20 is effectively useless. And so we're seeing Bunny really want to put the pressure on the Zerg right now because he knows how important taking or keeping the Zerg off his back is by being aggressive. We see Bunny at a pretty good angle. However, his Widow Mines haven't got shots off. The Zerg player's spilling forward. I honestly have no idea who's going to take this game. DongRaeGu committed a lot of units to take that fight. However, he's still got his mutas alive to help in the next one. He's made more Banelings. He's going to spill forward with his lings. Widow Mines burrow, but no connections get off. DongRaeGu baiting out all the Widow Mines, and Bunny's army is going to be getting forced back. All of a sudden, the Terran plummets in supply as DRG pushes forward. Thor's getting shots off, but it's not enough. There's 0 anti-air for Bunny on the front lines. Now he's retreating to his Widow Mines, but the shots have not been favorable for Bunny so far. He's producing more Marines and Marauders. He's got Widow Mines. He can maybe move forward. He will be taking damage, though, and his supply has really plummeted. Is this going to be enough for DongRaeGu to end the game? Can he push Bunny over the edge to where there's no comeback? So far, it's looking pretty darn good for the Zerg player. The reason I say that, he just killed off the 3rd command center. The gold base is no longer a thing for Bunny. We also see the fact that DongRaeGu has kept all of his mutas alive. These are going to get more and more value, and this is what I was talking about. I don't think there's a Zerg player who takes better care of his mutas than DongRaeGu. He's only lost 11 at this point, which is very impressive for a TvZ that's been as scrappy as this. Look at this. He's pulling them out of Widow Mines that he sees. He knows they're there. Oh, I might have spoke too soon. Oh, not quite. DongRaeGu, tempting fate. Overseer takes one for the team. Both those Widow Mines are taken care of, and all of a sudden, Bunny is in a world of trouble. He's trying to get his economy back online, get up a 5th base, but look at the supply right now. It's 176. A Zerg player unharassed at this point in the game against a Terran who's on a very, very low economy compared to the Zerg. Very low army that doesn't really have any redeeming qualities, so I'm really concerned for Bunny. DongRaeGu has also got up adrenal glands. He's going to be getting up his own 3-3, which is great for the Zerg. I'm really, really concerned for Bunny right now. I'm not sure how he's going to be able to win this game. I think he's played a great TvZ so far, but he just hasn't got quite enough done to DongRaeGu. The trades haven't really been going Bunny's way, and he's barely been able to pressure. DRG has been so consistent with spreading the creep out into the center of the map. I mean, it's already starting to cross that halfway point. Bunny's barely crossed the center line with his army, which is a great feeling for the Zerg. There's been a bit of harassment. However, he was planning a Widow Mine drop. That gets completely taken care of. Another Widow Mine gets killed off. This is looking really, really good for DongRaeGu. His mutas fly in. They're going to be able to pick off the turrets. No problem. Look at those turrets melt against the mutas. Thor is coming on in. Looks like the mutas may fly over some Widow Mines, but DongRaeGu, he does take out the mines. He only needs one shot and loses a handful of mutas. The muta control of this guy is insane. DRG, such a classic Zerg player, a god with Lingbane and muta. Bunny hasn't given up just yet. I'll say there's always a chance for the Terran as long as you've got an army, and army supply is within 10 of DongRaeGu's, so we'll see if Bunny can take a good fight. DongRaeGu is thinking of going off creep. He's going to have to reassess that. We need to see Bunny get into a very good angle, though. Have his Marines be very split up against the Zerg. His mines are going to have to get good connections, whereas they haven't really got good connections this game. It's going to be a tough fight. I'm not saying Bunny can't do it, though. He's just biding his time. He's going to have to deal with a counterattack, though, towards the north. I think he must have sniffed this one out as all these Lings and Banes are coming towards his planetary fortress. Can he save it, though? I'm not sure. SCVs are running, but the PF will certainly die, and that is something I don't think Bunny can afford to replace at this point, so he's going to be floating over an orbital command just to keep his economy going. He has almost maxed out, so there's always a chance for Bunny. I'm not going to say it's super high, though. We see DRG starting to make ultras. He's got even +3 flyer attack almost done. It's not often we see Zerg get that anymore. We see ultras on the way for DRG. Let's take a look. Can Bunny take a miracle fight? There's 40 Banelings out for DongRaeGu, so Bunny's going to have to split very well. He's going to have to mitigate those attacks. His army's pretty well split out right now, but he's not reacting. Marine's still running forward. When I think at this point, they should have been running back. Pretty good splits from Bunny, though, in the end. The Banelings mainly avoid his Marines. He's now going to start pressing more forward on creep. The concern now, though, is there's ultras. It doesn't matter if DRG's not got Banelings because he's got ultras. They've already got chitinous plating. The Marines are just not going to deal any damage to them, taking so long to fall one of the ultras. There's 2 more. All the while, the mutas are dealing damage on the front line. There's also a small counterattack at Bunny's base. GG gets called. DongRaeGu takes the game. Beautiful, beautiful play from the Zerg player, showing us why DongRaeGu is looking hot. Bunny, I think there's a chance he could have taken that game if they do a rerun or something, but overall it does seem that DRG is a very solid Zerg, and I look forward to seeing more of his play. Ladies and gentlemen, if you made it to the end of this video, you enjoyed the commentary, hit that like button. Let's try and break 100 likes. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. It's free. You get notified daily, particularly if you press that bell icon. You'll get notified for any video or post that I make. Join the Discord if you haven't. We talk Starcraft there. And I'll see you next time. This has been LaughNgamez. Thanks so much for watching.